The time machine was a record player, but the time machine does not matter. What matters is the wolf, eyes glowing, that came and took my father away. I knew the blades and like jaws that almost cut him in two when the mouth came down. He bent down, knew he could not escape. I ran, failed. My father, 8 years old, slathered in Nivea cream, hand reaching out, crying for the stranger from the future for help, but I could do nothing. Froze as the hairy behemoth, whose mouth a gaping entrance to a black fire world, dragged my father away. I ran after it, but its towering legs leap over Tolucan buildings, their glass teeth reach up towards the beast, but only slice open my father's child belly. Blood fluttering from his body, drops kissing dust. My tiny feet kick up dirt, hit the ground hard enough to rattle my insides. When I traveled back in time, I arrived no longer an adult. I too was 8 years old, same size as my father. I followed the trail of dust-covered rubies on the ground, block after block, past schools, past parks, pick each small red jewel up and burst them on my skin like bugs, till passing people point and say, "Look, on your chest, your heart has torn itself apart and is now reaching out like a star with 5 pointy arms. But it is not my blood," I say. "It is not my blood. I was supposed to save him." The time machine was a song. The journey was slow, seasick, skipped. My mother's hands reached up, fingers first thing I saw. She called out for more, humming harder. I came through the ceiling, and so it was. My mother, face ghostly against the rest of the teenage Mexicans, sees me on the floor. I'm 17, same age as her. She sees my clothes, laughs like a queen, disco ball halo, dress mint green, the people swaying mermaids in the music around my mother. Don't pay attention as she helps me up. I know my father is somewhere else in the discoteca getting a jarrito for himself and a sidral for her. I pull her away from the dance floor. We go outside. I tell her everything. Me, my brother, my father, the rest. All of it only took an hour. The time machine doesn't matter. What matters is that after I was done, she leaves my father at the bar, walks all the way home past Los Portales, packed her bag, kissed her parents, each on the forehead, her sisters, her brothers, without saying goodbye, and left. Never returned to Mexico, never tried to teach my father to dance, never kept a knife under her pillow. I never heard her sing. She never spoke a word of English. She reached Paris in a year. Her paintings never sold too well, but her novels sold well. Her poetry collection won several awards. She was pretty happy, till she broke her promise. I said, never go to America. Never let your feet touch the water near the Golden Gate Bridge. But they did. She touched the city. She touched the sand, the steel of the bridge. Her heart fell in love with the cold, green water of the bay. I was supposed to save her. Though she left my father in Mexico, I didn't cease to exist. I was stranded for years in the 1970s, read her books every night before closing my eyes, and then one day I listened to her favorite song, that one that brought me to the past, and I disappeared. Woke up in 2014, nose bleeding like crazy. Her books didn't make it with me. The time machine broke. It didn't work. I made the same mistake twice this time. Time erased my thoughts, I think. Maybe my memories jumbled somehow, but I know I came to fix something that broke, but I made it worse. All of this is wrong. This is not my life. This was not supposed to be. The time machine was a slide this time, a blanket, a video game, a drawing, a mirror. I can't remember. I tried so many times to get back, but remained stranded, stuck. It's horrific knowing you should not do, then do. Still, I collected plums that fall from the trees in the Berkeley Hills where rich gringos live. Still, I walked my brother into the forest, smashed each plum onto his clean white shirt over and over until it bruised his small chest, until my hands formed into pits, sunk into the black, purples, and reds. But he came back, my brother, with me, down the hills, leaving magenta footprints on the soft gray sidewalks of Albany. At home, we ate dinner in front of the small white television. My mother slowly cuts a fig in two, places it into my father's mouth. No sacrifice could save us. I was in 4th grade and obsessed with death. My teacher, tired of me starting each day with, "Why should I learn anything? We're all gonna die anyway," tells me to take time to watch the leaves fall. Says it would help clear my mind, help give me some answers. So I tried it, watching leaves fall. And all I saw were fucking leaves falling. So I started giving them their own individual death cries. "No, dear God, I had so much more to give." A leaf would scream as it slowly fell from a tree. "I regret nothing." A leaf would scream next to my foot. "Goodbye, cruel world." A leaf would twirl down all the way to the pile and the mud. "Celia, I never loved you. I heard all the whispers and kisses between you and that other leaf from the other branch. I'll never forgive you. With my last brown, crinkly breath, I curse you." I never liked making leaves crunch under my feet.